There's David D at PRM. Thanks for checking out my channel. This is the top 3 reasons I support Andrew Yang. Number 1, Andrew Yang is the anti-Trump. The polarity between these two men couldn't be more contrasted. Trump is toxic, pathological liar. He's we don't even know what he is. He's just a curmudgeon of epic proportions, and he's just toxic. Okay, and then you Andrew Yang. He's logical. He's sober-minded. He's thoughtful. He's analytical. He's the Spock of presidential picks. I'm just going to say it. Andrew Yang is the Spock of presidential candidates right now. And it's so refreshing because every time I see him in an interview, it's just like, oh, that's so refreshing to just hear facts. It's just refreshing to hear, a sober stream of consciousness. Someone who has a plan, somebody who understands history and who knows how it pertains to the future and what we need to do to change things in the future. And just, it's very refreshing. And when Andrew Yang gets on the debate stage, he's going to, I think he's a sleeper pick. He's my sleeper pick. I think he's really going to take off in the debates because once you hear this man speak, it's going to be like, it's going to be soothing. It's going to be like, plain spoken person who's running for president. We haven't had that in years. I don't know. It's just refreshing and sobering and exciting to hear someone talk logic, facts, deduction, reason. He's the Spock of presidential candidates. Okay. Number 2, he's progressive. Universal basic income and Medicare for all are his 2 major policy proposals, and that plants a flag in progressive territory for Andrew Yang. Those on the left will absolutely love that. Independents will love that. And even a faction on the right will love that as well. Because as we know, 1 out of every 10 Trump supporters were going to vote for Bernie if he got the nomination back in 2016. It shows that progressivism has a right-wing appeal. So by Andrew Yang supporting universal basic income and Medicare for all gives him a foothold in the Democrats, the independents, and even a faction of Republicans. So that's pretty strong. And number 3, it's basic. He's just not a politician. No political angles, really. They're very minor, if they are. He's a family man, so he'll bring that up. He has children, he'll bring that up. He can identify with workers. He spends time with workers. He writes about workers. But he's not a politician. 100 million or so people have stopped voting in this country. I honestly believe America hates, politicians in general, just in general. So when I hear Andrew Yang, when I hear him talk, I'm not hearing a politician. I'm not hearing cliches and platitudes and feel-good stories. He's giving us the facts. He's giving us a plan. He's giving us what we need to do to go forward. And you just don't get that from too many politicians because politicians are all about playing people, playing angles, getting real dirty. And, you don't get that with Andrew Yang because he's not a politician. So, that goes over well more, I think, in the right wings section. Like, even though George W. Bush was a politician, he didn't act like it. He acted like the drunk at the bar who was just kind of like telling funny jokes and just being inappropriate. And, he was a politician, but he didn't act like it. And that has broad appeal. So Andrew Yang, not being a politician, that's going to go over well on the right. Okay? So let me sum up. 1, Andrew Yang is the anti-Trump. Number 2, he's progressive. And number 3, he's not a politician. So those are my top 3 reasons why I support Andrew Yang. If you like the channel, please share, please like, please subscribe, and definitely leave me a comment. I want to know what you think.